For home defense, there is nothing like a 12-gauge shotgun, but you have to make sure the load doesn't go through drywall. In a .45 1911, a full metal jacketed bullet will go through 2.68 layers of ballistic gel, or 3 people. There are new powdered metal rounds that will go through a tree, but not a cat. If a wife comes in with a gift .357, you might want to begin by substituting a .38 so you don't have an immediate cancellation. Tiny semi-380s or .32s are often given to women due to recoil, but the men don't realize they are often hard to chamber, and hurt the skins between your thumb and index finger when you fire, making practice impossible. These include the Beretta Tomcat and the Kel-Tec. The newer Ruger 380 does not have this problem according to many of my female instructors. What about revolver versus Emil? Some students have problems with safeties, beaver tails, chambering and other details of semis, and Glock can make the difference, although as we mentioned, carrying red can be dangerous. Revolvers, when cocked on single action, can be a good alternative, but teaching trigger accuracy with a 14-pound trigger can be daunting if not impossible. Experienced shooters will have their favorite gun, and stick with it. I don't recommend a large variety, but if your primary are a Glock 40 and your backup the Smith revolver, that's fine. Stopping power always is an issue of strong debate. Do you go with the relatively mild recoil and fast second shot acquisition of the 9mm, as well as higher capacity, or the superior stopping power but less capacity and greater recoil of a 40 or 45? Many new personal defense bullet technologies, although expensive, can make the 9 nearly as deadly as the 45 in many ways. Then of course there are the kinetic loads like the 5.7 that work with speed and spin to create tissue damage rather than size. In the end, you have to consider 7 factors when recommending the firearm to a student: reliability, comfort and fit to their hand, stopping power, concealability, recoil, ability to unconsciously handle semi-automatic safeties and magazines, and trigger pull. From the reliability standpoint, most modern guns such as the Springfield, Perron, Smith, HK, SIG and Glock are very reliable, especially after broken in with a few hundred practice rounds or a few thousand in the case of HK. Even the cheaper brands such as Durrell are very reliable today. In rifles, Weatherbeat, Marlin and Remington are great choices, and Bushmaster has come of age in semis. Both Mossberg and Remington are law enforcement standards in shotguns, although imports like CZ are making their mark. You can buy a $40,000 Italian bird gun, and hit the same bird with a $300 Remington. It's the skill that matters when reliability is the same. Beyond certain barrel length, usually 24 inches, ballistics are not significantly different for a given load. You also need to know a lot about triggers. In semi-automatics, ADF classifies a pistol that decocks with each cycle a DAO or double action only. Glock pulled a fast one with spring assist and HK and SIG followed quickly. Although technically DAO, these triggers use gas or spring assist for both to help with follow-on shots, giving something akin to the supposed safety of the revolver with the ease and capacity of a semi-automatic. These are called LDE.M, USA Action, DAK, LDA etc. by H&K, Springfield, SIG, Theralord, etc. for their law enforcement DAO triggers. Many personal protection and bodyguard shooters, including FBI and Secret Service, prefer double action single action instead.